DJ Showdown, what you thinking about right now?
Man, I've been thinking, and I can't choose between these two things because I feel like it's something that really bothers most men these days. And gentlemen, would you rather have one testicle the size of a softball or 100 testicles the size of marbles?
Man. Well, I'm going to go right in on that one. And I definitely, I've thought about this before. I've stayed up late in the night, thinking about if I had this choice, what would I go with? And I'm definitely going with the marbles. Hey, you got to have a cartridge in the magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Just one card. Okay, you got all that going. You're looking for a buckshot. I totally understand it. I mean, for the people is why I am backing the one large ball crowd out there. Everyone out there, you can have a life. I think one large ball, giving someone one responsibility, one thing to take care of is a far superior approach to all of our problems. It's having that one thing that we can be held accountable for, one thing that we can protect, and one thing that we can provide to you, the people out there.
I appreciate you coming out of the gate strong, but I like to mitigate my risk, and I think a lot of people do in this country and around the world, and they look to leaders who really they have options, and one goes down, you got one to back it up. 100 is a lot of tries, and even at the end of the day, you just need one to get there, if you know what I mean. So for me, 100 sized marbles is a lot. It's spreading the risk factor around a little bit. Should we have a failure to the left or to the right or in the middle? We still have a network. We have a matrices of possibilities still at our disposal. So for me, it's got to be 100 balls the size of marbles.
I get it. You have a whole plan, and you have a plan A, a B, a double, quadruple Z. You're not confident in your one main idea, that you have to have all these backup plans as escape pods, little hatches, because you know that your main ship is going down. I know my main ship is a rock solid platform of one giant softball sized testicle, and that is enough to carry the load of generations.
I appreciate that. I know you're making it a little personal here, so I'd be happy to open up about my personal experience. I come from a Catholic family, and where it's really important to procreate often and naturally, but mostly often. And in this case, I think more is more here. More is more here. Plus, let's just talk about damage factor. Let's just talk about regular day-to-day life. Moving around one giant testicle as opposed to tucking and moving around the smaller ones. It's just a matter of practicality here. You don't want to be sitting at an important conference with delegates from around the world and just not able to hold a seat for a long time. And if you're standing up, that's front heavy. That's front heavy.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, DJ Showdown. I know. I can understand why he has this dilemma, this conundrum, and it's probably tearing him apart. Just the way that 100 small balls might get separated, they will come back together with such force, and not like you have one ball, grazing that or hurting that might hurt, but multiply that by 100 times and think of the pain and the damage that would cause. You might be down. You might be down to just one after a while, like the sole survivor of one small ball.
I understand, but if we're going in for metaphors here, I really do look at America as one giant sack, and we need to bring together and be able to coexist in one, even in the darkest times, even when we're between a rock and a hard place, even when we're all in the middle of action and have to be at our highest performing aptitudes. We all need to be together. And, you might be a black ball, you might be a white ball, you might be a pink ball, you might be you might be a blue ball even. You never know. But the point is that we all have to coexist and work together. And that metaphor really is my platform here of saying that no matter what testicle you've come from, you have a place in my America.
That's cute. You have this idea of being in a sack and this homogenization of a lot of little things coming together. That to me, that just sounds like a lot of problems. We have here at the One Large Testicle Foundation, we have an idea of bringing everyone together as one, and not as individuals, but as one people working all as one. No one ever says, "Oh my God, you have so many balls. Oh, you have 2 balls. That's great. Oh, you have 3 balls. That's wonderful. You have 100 balls. That's great." They talk about how the size of your balls. Man, that person must have large balls. That the courage and the strength and the testosterone that man has because of his large balls, or in this case, one large ball. And just visualize holding it in your palm, the power that it feels. It's not drooping around like 100 tiny little balls, just falling everywhere. You got to account for everything. The one large ball is the way that I will take this country forward, and it is the right way.
I have one word for you. Lance. Yes, this is my announcement that Lance Armstrong will be joining me on my campaign trail, because if it's anyone who understands the importance of having multiple options when it comes to testicles, it's Lance. And he'll tell you can run the race all you want, and you can run it as fast as you can, and you can supplement it any which way you want, but you really better have options down there. And Lance, he's got a new shot at life because he had 2. And if you put all your eggs in one basket, or your single egg in one basket, and one little cancer cell pops in there, you're going to have a lot of trouble in the homogenized giant ball. Where us, somebody becomes cancerous, somebody is not quite a fit or is causing a lot of trouble for others. We just lance it out.
I'm glad you brought up Lance Armstrong, honestly, because of the things he accomplished with only one testicle. How many Tour de France's did he win with just that one ball? I'm sure that ball is probably getting close, or was maybe the size of a softball. That in the feats that he was able to do with just that one ball. Heck, might be a little TMI. I had a grandfather that fathered 5 children with only one testicle. So it can be done. It has been done. It will forever continue to be done on this single platform that we will push forward.
I'm sure if you asked Lance, he would prefer to have his ball back and have 2. But we'll see on the campaign trail. At the end of the day, I just think it's important to understand the importance of patriarchy and why having as many balls as possible on this planet is very important.
I respect the hell out of what you're saying. Everything with your multiple balls. I don't know if I'm going to be able to convince you over there about having one giant ball compared to 100 small balls. DJ Showdown, I don't know how you feel about this situation.
I don't know. You both bring up great points, and I appreciate the deliberation on this one. However, I do think, after understanding the pluses and minuses, I think it is one ball to rule them all.